If you are a new player to Don't Die, this game is for you. This game is going to come out February 6th. We're super excited to show it to the world. The idea behind it is that it's a roguelike played with dice. So you're going to use your 4 dice to defeat a series of monsters to get further into the game. And after every monster, you will be able to upgrade your dice by adding a new face to the die, making it stronger. The tough part is, every time you make it stronger, the dice gets less consistent because there's more faces to the die. So that's the central crux of the game. This game is all about gamified risk. Everything that you do in this game will have some element of risk to it, and there's always a choice involved in that. Now, the other really cool thing about this game is you get something called time crystals. And with time crystals, you can rewind time and change your luck. So if you have a battle play out, and it doesn't go the way that you want, you can rewind time, replay the battle, and have it play out differently. Or if you're rolling on the board and you end up on a space that is less fortunate for you, you can rewind that roll and roll again. So a lot of the game really centers around that. I'm going to jump into it so that you guys can see it right from the start. You can add stickers, which are cosmetics. I'm going to skip that for right now. And it launches you directly into your first battle. Now, the first couple battles are all relatively easy. You're not really going to lose a lot of health. So I'm just going to explain what's going on. So that freeze and bleed, those are 2 of the most common modifiers in the game. Freeze, if it's on you, it decreases your attack output by 25% and decreases your blocking by 25%. If the bleed is on them, they take 50% more damage, and the same for vice versa. The final modifier is poison, and if you've got poison on you, you take damage over time equal to poison. There's also strength and armor. So strength increases future attacks, armor increases future block. That's it. It's relatively simple. So you've got strength, armor, freeze, bleed, and poison. At the end of the battle, you'll see if you lost any health and how many points you got. The more points you get, the better. That's how you get on the leaderboard. And the goal of the game is get to the end and don't die. And if you lose too much health, well, you die. So let's get some rewards. And this is how you add a new side to your dice. You can pick a die. So select either die number 1, die number 2, die number 3, or die number 4 to upgrade. As you can see, there's 4 sides to each of these dice. I'm going to upgrade this third one here. I'm going to hit confirm, and I'll see 3 options that I can use to upgrade the die. It's usually a good idea to pick some shields or some attacks first, because the best offense or the best defense is a good offense, right? So I'll take this one and I'll confirm it, and this adds a new side to the die. Now, because the game is all about risk and reward, sometimes it's not necessarily good to add a side every single time. That's because every side that you add, it makes it less consistent that you roll the previous sides. Because right now, every side on here is a 20% chance of getting rolled during a turn. Whereas these ones, it's a 25% chance because there's less sides, right? It's a 4-sided die versus a 5-sided die. So sometimes it might be wise to skip. This is the board. You can see the next 4 spaces in front of you, and you can see up here how many spaces there are until the checkpoint. At the checkpoint, you're always going to face a difficult enemy, so your dice better be good enough in order to face them. So let's roll this, and let's see what we get. I rolled a 3, and I'm going to enter a mystery event. Now, mystery events, these all involve decisions, and you'll never be forced to lose health during a mystery event. Whereas in a battle, you might lose health. This one says, I can lose 4 health and 4 max HP and burn a side. I'm going to do that just to show you guys what's going on here, and I'm going to burn off this attack 4. And there it is, it's gone. And if you check your dice down here, you can see that that attack 4 is gone, which means this side that we added, attack 6 2 times, well, this side is going to get rolled more often now because it's a 25% chance instead of a 20% chance. One other thing that I think is important to note here, you can rearrange the order of your dice. You might need that later, but it's good to know ahead of time. In addition, these black triangles on these dice, this is what's known as exhaust. So as soon as it's rolled one time in battle, it exhausts and is removed from your die. After battle, these are replaced back onto the die. So these are one-time use in battle. So if I roll this strength, then this one is attack 9 2 times. And that would be the benefit of rolling strength before. So you wouldn't want to put this die earlier. You want to put the strength earlier so that the strength happens, if you're lucky enough that it gets rolled, before anything else occurs. All right? You also have all 3 modifiers represented. You've got bleed down here. That's attack 6, bleed 2. So if you roll this before you roll any other attacks, your future attacks will do 50% more damage for 2 turns. And this is freeze, and this says freeze all 3. So you're freezing the baddies. The baddies will be frozen for 3 turns. That just means that they're going to do 25% less attack and 25% less block. Also, this gold outline on the die, that means it attacks all, like impact all. So you'll see it, the freeze all here, as well as attack all 4. All right, that's how you read the dice. Let's keep moving. Another event. Add exhaust to 2 sides. All right, so I'm going to click this, and I get to add the exhaust to 2 of these sides. Now, I want to pick sides that I only want to roll 1 time during battle. In addition, I'm going to have opportunities to burn sides off in the future, so I probably don't want to add exhaust to sides that I'm going to burn, because those sides that I'm going to burn are going to be gone. So while these attack 4s are probably the worst sides, I'm actually going to add the exhaust to these blocks, because I'll probably burn off the attack 4s before I get to burning off the blocks. Now, there's not a right answer to that. This is purely up to your strategy and your direction. But I have found that that is relatively useful. All right, let's jump into a battle. You can see what the enemy is about to do right here. This is their intent, and it looks like both of these guys are going to poison me. Now, the thing about poison is poison goes through shields. So my shield isn't going to do anything. Oh, did you see what happened there? My strength hit first, and then I hit the attack 6 2 times, and so I actually did a bunch of damage on that 1 turn. So I only lost 3 health. That's really, really good. Love it. And let's loot. Grab some gold and a new die upgrade. Let's upgrade this one. Ooh. Attack 12, gain 4 strength. Attack 10, if baddie is freezing, attack plus 20. That's pretty nice. So that's my only freeze right now. If I get future freezing, that might be super useful. And I can always drag this before the attacks would trigger. So that's pretty nice. I think I'm actually going to take the attack 12, gain 4 strength, though. And the reason is because I have this. And so if I gain 4 strength, this is now attack 10 2 times. And strength can increase over time, right? Because if I roll this a second time in battle, it's going to be even more. All right, I rolled a 3, and we got a pop-up that says biome ahead. And when I'm in a biome, I'm going to see thematic enemies. I'm also going to get thematic rewards of the sides. So there's no biome sides on my dice right now, but a biome side would have a border that's matching the biome color. So let's actually go into the toxic swamp, and I'll show you what that means. Going into biomes is a way to control the structure of your build and control the strategy that you're going for. And it also allows you to avoid the spots that you're weak to. Say, for example, I have a lot of attacks. Now, the attacks, blocks, and poison kind of form a rock, paper, scissors-like relationship. Attacks beat poison because poison is a little slow. Poison beats shield because poison goes through shields. And shields beat attacks because if you can get enough shields, then you're blocking all the attacks. So I went into poison because I actually am pretty good on attacks right now. I'm increasing my strength, which means the speed of my fight is going to go faster. And if I can beat these poison guys before they poison me a bunch, that's great. I don't lose a lot of health. Now, when I'm in the poison biome, I'm actually going to see rewards that are poison sides. And let's see if we can get one of those at the end of this battle. got some armor that increases my block. And that's good because I was just able to get full block against that second guy right there. Typically, those block sides only do block 6, but because of the armor, I actually did block 9. So it's nice to have armor happen before my blocks, which is also why, you know, that die is first position. All right, we took these guys down, lost 10 health. We're starting to feel that that damage creep up a little bit. Ooh, I got a time crystal. Those things allow me to rewind time. I've got 9 of those right now. Let's add something to this die. Ooh, check that out. All right, so you see this green border here? That means it's a toxic biome side. I got a couple options. Heal 1, poison 8, poison all 4, block 8, poison 3. These are all honestly really, really good. They're great for building a structure. I really like this poison all 4. It is really good at like AoE because it hits all enemies, right? AoE means area of effect. This heal 1, poison 8 is really nice too. Block 8, poison 3 is really good. This is a tough choice, honestly. I think I'm actually going to go with this heal 1, poison 8, and we'll see where this takes us. There's no wrong decision on this front. It's just kind of the direction that I want this build to go. All right, let's go for another event. Ooh, win 10,000 points, just risk a few. I got a bunch of points up here. I can win 10,000. What am I going to do? I don't know. I can just exit if I wanted to, but you know what? I'll risk 1,000 points for a 10% chance. Didn't get it. I can risk it again if I want. Let's do it again. Let's see what happens. I think I'm gonna do I'll go down to a 1% chance. I'll just do a couple. You know, just a couple. Come on, give it to me. Give me the 10,000 points. Okay, I'm quitting while I'm ahead. I don't want to lose all my points. I kind of want to land on this campfire. So I roll the 3, which is not landing on the campfire. I'm actually going to rewind here and roll again. Lovely. So this die is a special die. It's a 6-sided die, but the sides are 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, meaning you're more likely to roll 2s and 3s. So I had a 50% chance of rolling a 1 or a 2. That's because it's a 1, 2, 2, right? That's 3 out of the 6 sides. I had a 50% chance of rolling what I wanted there. So I thought it was a reasonable assumption to use some time crystals to re-roll so that I can get to a campfire. Now what you can do at a campfire, it's one of the best spaces in the game. It allows you to regain health, which is difficult to find in the game. You can burn a side, which makes your dice more consistent. You can get 2 food, which we haven't seen yet, but that's a one-time consumable that you can use in battle. Those are really powerful. You can grab points, just 4,000 points, just straight. Or you can get 5 time crystals. I'm going to burn, because I want to make my dice more consistent. I'm probably going to burn this attack 4 or this attack 4. I think I'm going to do this one. The reason is I want this strength 4, this attack 12 strength 4, to happen more often. All right, let's go for another event. Might get another burn. There we go. There's actually a lot of burns in these events. I'm going to burn this guy. Now my dice are maximally efficient because every die has to have a minimum of 4 sides. So if I get another burn, I won't be able to burn. So it's actually good to jump into battle because then you'll see more sides. All right, looks like this guy's going to buff. Oh, cool. I froze everybody. That's nice. Full block. Oh, he healed everybody there. So he poisoned me 1, did a little bit of damage to me. I gained a lot of strength there and a full block, but I'm still getting poisoned. So I got to make sure I can kill this guy quickly or else I'm going to get poisoned to death. Fortunately, that would take like 35 turns. So I think I'm okay. I would just like to do, you know, a little bit more damage. All right, full block again. That's pretty good. He's got 19 poison on him. That's GG. All right, lost 5 health. Don't mind that. You can also see where you got the points in the end screen here. I wouldn't focus too much on that in your first game. get some more rewards. So let's throw something on here. Ooh. These are all awesome. This one is particularly nice. It basically gives me a free turn, because if I cause all baddies to lose 15 strength, you know, they're probably not going to do very much attack to me. But I'm still susceptible to poison here. It's unfortunate. Or I can add more poison, or I can get a lot of block. I think I'm actually going to go for more poison, because I'm in the toxic biome right now. That's one of my best opportunities to get poison attack damage, so I'm gonna get a little bit more poison. Let's go to another event, see what happens. Ah, burn aside. Let's get rid of this. Goodbye, attack 4. My dice are maximally efficient once again. By the way, this is relatively rare that I get this many burns. Ooh, check it out. We're at the checkpoint. You see how it says checkpoint in one space? These purple outlined spaces, this means you must stop at them. So I must stop at the campfire right before the mini-boss. Let's try burning. But I can't burn. Alright, you know what? Instead, I think my health is pretty good. I got 39 out of 56. I think I'm actually going to take 2 food. Alright, so these are my food. It says select 1 food, but you're going to get both. We're still working on the nomenclature there. This one says attack all 20, heal 8, gain 2 strength, and score 500 points. That's epic. And this is Clutch Cream. If I take 7 or less damage, reduce it to 1. Pretty great. And this is where a lot of the strategy starts to come in. And your knowledge of the game will really help you decide if you want to use the food or not. Now, the really cool thing is, if you use food and you rewind, you actually get the food back. Or if you get to the end of the battle and you lost a lot of health, you can rewind and then use food the second time to increase your odds of success. So for example, because I've played this game before and, you know, I've made it or whatever, I know that Gorgonzola will poison me 3 on this first turn, which means it's going to do 3 damage to me no matter what every single turn. Now this Clutch Cream says if I take 7 or less damage, reduce it to 1. Which would turn that 3 damage per turn into 1 damage per turn. I'm going to use it, and we're going to see what happens now. Alright, throwing some poison, got some strength, pretty solid. Poisons me 3. I got a lot more strength. Look at that, I'm at 11 strength right now, that's insane. Ooh, he's doing 18 damage to me. Ah, but I froze him. Really good. And he's got a special effect. You can always click on the baddies to see special effects. His special effect said that he would mirror any debuffs back onto me for bleed and for freeze. So when I froze him over there, it froze me too. And most baddies will have some type of special effect, and the more you play, the more you learn them, and the more you get better at the game. Alright, I got a whole lot of stuff. This is great. A ton of gold. Bunch of time crystals, Noggles, that's a trinket, I'll explain that in a second, and Avax Sash, that's a sticker, I'll explain that in a second. Some food, you'll always get food after a big baddie battle, that's what this was, and an upgraded die. So you just click, and it clicks everything, gives it all to you. Got some Giga Juice, that's a rare food, increase all values and all dice by 2. Wow, that would turn this into heal 3, poison 10 for the battle. This would be block 12, freeze all 5. This would be attack 14, gain 6 strength. You can see why this is rare. Pretty awesome. Let's upgrade. I think I'm going to upgrade this one. I haven't upgraded that yet. It's usually good to keep one die focused on shields because that means you're always going to have block. However, this is kind of nice. Heal 2 at the end of each turn. Could be nice. A lot of poison as well. That's nice too. Block 8, gain 1 armor. These are all good. I think just to show what's going on here, I think I'm going to grab this healing one. So that does open me up to taking a hit 1 out of 5 times. But this is exhaust. So once this rolls, I can't roll it again. It'll just stay on me for the rest of the battle. You can see what stays on you because it says power. So that just means it'll stay on you for the rest of battle. let's check out a trinket. So trinkets are super powerful passive effects that happen automatically during battle. So you don't have to worry about triggering it, it'll just happen. It just fundamentally makes you stronger, and trinkets are oftentimes some of the best items in the game. This trinket says, at the end of every battle, heal 5. That's awesome. Also, stickers. These are your cosmetics in the game. So you can equip a sticker to wear it, and then it changes you for the rest of the game. You can also unequip it if you want. Very easy. You can see the rarity of the sticker right here, and that matters for the tournament mode. If you're playing the tournament mode, every sticker gives you loot points. Loot points increases your loot multiple, and if you win in the tournament, your loot multiple is what determines your payout. So if you entered in with a $1 NFT and you have a 10x loot multiple, you would win $10. So the more loot multiples you have, the better. And the way you get loot multiples are stickers. You get stickers from big baddie battles as well as other various spots on the board. I'll let you figure that part out for yourself. In addition, in your backpack, you can always check out the map. Sometimes it's useful. So let's keep it going. These guys are going to hit me for 20. And doesn't seem like I'm going to do 20 block unless I get this ice side. So I've got like a 25% chance of doing a full block here. I think I'm going to take some hits. Let's find out how much I take. Oh, you know what? Wouldn't you know it? Luck is in my favor. I got a 25% chance of that happening, or 20% chance of that happening, and wouldn't you know it, it happened. I guess I won't be needing to rewind this battle at all. Not that I would have if I didn't get that. But only been a little health lost. Oh, look at that! 5 health gained. That's because of the noggles that I had. Pretty nice. Let's loot! Claim some rewards. Let's get a little bit of this action. Woo! Pretty awesome. I think I'm going to take even more poison. It might look like these are the same. Actually, this one might look like it's better. The thing about this, though, there are ways to do more poison by increasing the values on your dice. So, for example, Giga Juice, increase all values on all dice by 2. This would turn this into 6 4 times, which is 24. This would turn into heal 3, poison 10, which is not 24. There are ways to increase values on your dice in the future, so I'm actually going to take this side and see where we get with it. There's also trinkets that can increase the amount of poison that you're doing as well, so it's good to have a mix. Good to have a mix of stuff. But this is the stuff that you'll learn over the course of the game. You won't know it in your first time through. That's okay. Uh-oh. Ooh. So these guys have a special effect that says stack block for the whole battle. So they're just going to be stacking block. Oh, yikes. Look at all that damage people are going to do. Ah! Ah! Oh my god, I'm down to 8? Are you kidding me? Whew. Yikes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! Am I about to die? I sure hope not. This is bad, dude. This is really bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo! Woo! Okay, so you know what we're gonna do here? I could just accept this, but the trouble is if I accept this, I now have 8 health, and that puts me in a really bad situation. What I'm gonna do instead is hit rewind. And what that does is now I'm back up to 43 health, and let's use some food. Alright, so I did 20 damage to everybody. I gained 2 strength, gained 500 points, and 8 health. Let's see what that happens now. Uh-huh. Okay, took out that guy. Uh-huh, pretty good. He's got 8 poison on him, which means he's dead no matter what. It's amazing what food will do. that out. More food. Wouldn't you know it? God Mode Guac. Rare food. Increased damage by 1x. On the start of turn 4, increased damage by another 1x. Alright, so base damage is 1x. If I increase damage by 1x, now we're at 2x. That's double damage. Pretty nice. By the way, that's attack damage, not poison damage. Alright, let's throw something on here. Oh my god. Look at this. It's insanity. I actually think I'm going to take another one of these. I don't have anything else that's giving me freeze right now, but I've got two things that are giving me strength, and this increases with strength. I mean, that's really good too. That just increases strength automatically. I've already got one of those on my dice. It's not bad to have two, because that just gives it a 2 out of 5 chance instead of a 1 out of 5 chance. I think I'm going to go for here. Alright. Let's keep it moving. Alright, so this right here, this is an obelisk. You'll find an obelisk at the end of every chapter in this location, no matter what. The interesting thing about the obelisk is it presents you with the hardest battle of the chapter, and I'll show you what it is. So when you start an obelisk, it gives you the biome that it's from. That tells you the baddies that you're about to face. There's 3 different biomes. There's Toxic Swamp, Ice Cave, and Volcano, and they have their own unique twists. Remember when I said there was a rock, paper, scissors, element to this game? This is going to be poison. So if I had a lot of shields, poison would be very dangerous. However, I've got a lot of attacks and poison, so I think I'm going to do okay against these guys. I have to play 2 deadly back-to-back battles from a single biome. And if I win, I'm going to get a lot of rewards. Let's get to it. 3 of the baby scarebugs, they're all going to poison me. Alright, got some re-health going on here. Losing 3 health per turn, but that's alright. I'm gaining 2. Ooh, I got 5 poison on me. Yikes. But it's alright, I'm making quick work of this. These guys are, they don't really stand a chance against the power of my might. My Noggles gave me 5 extra health there. Very nice. Alright, this is a big baddie. I've got 2 rare foods right now. These are both really, really good. I think I'm going to use God Mode Guac on this guy. Oops. There we go. So that I have double damage. And you'll see double damage pop up right here. Wow. It's amazing what food will do, huh? Easy. 2 turns. Ended battle with full health. You love to see it. By the way, you get more points for defeating enemies quickly. Got some good stuff there. Let's see what I found. I got a Chronicles mask. Now I am immune from being frozen. Pretty nice. And I grabbed 2 more stickers. So I can use the Timeless Stopwatch. Pretty cool. Or I can have the Lucky Dice. Alright. Very nice. And I get to upgrade a side. Let's upgrade this one. Oh, remove all debuffs. That's pretty great. Means I can cure poison in the future. Ah, check this out. I'm landing on a die, a question mark die here. Let's find out. So this gives you a loot die. Inside the loot die is always a trinket, as well as a sticker, and some gold. Alright, so this makes me bleed immune. That is incredible. Love it. And I got a Molotov cocktail. Cool. I'd like to show you what this is. Let's try to rewind and see if I can get it. Now this is a 1 out of 6 chance of me rolling it, so I'm only going to re-roll 1 more time, because I don't want to waste my time crystals. Alright, that's unfortunate, you don't get to see that, but oh well, maybe I'll get it in Chapter 2. You never know. Alright, what do I want to hit more consistently? That's the question that you need to be asking yourself. This strength is incredible. These poisons are incredible too, so I probably want to be burning off this attack 4 or this block 6. I think I'm going to burn off this attack 4 because I want to keep some blocks available. You'll notice that I don't actually have a lot of blocks, which could be dangerous, but I'm going into the boss battle here with full health, so I'm not that worried, especially because I've got good strength scaling right now. Let's see what happens. Remove debuffs, didn't do anything. Alright, I've been poisoned for 2. And my 2 trinkets, my Chronicles Mask and my Ket Mask, they blocked the freezing and the bleeding, which is really nice. And I just cured poison right there. Did a lot of damage to me, but that's okay. That's a W. Let's loot. By the way, after a boss battle, you'll get full health again, so it doesn't matter how much health you lose. And I get a boss trinket. Toxipop. On death, transfer poison to the next baddie. So once I kill a baddie, the poison that it had on him will go to the next person. Alright, I'm going to select a trinket. These are boss trinkets. These are the best trinkets in the game. The first time I would die each battle, retain 1 health and survive. Ooh, that's really nice. Shiba Mask. Exhaust 1 curse at the start of each turn. So we haven't seen curses yet. But in the future, and sometimes in Chapter 1, you'll come across enemies that give you curses. And curses are just a negative side that shows up on your dice. Most of the time, the curses disappear after battle, but in some mystery events, you'll add a curse to your dice. So that's pretty nice if I had any curses, but I don't have any curses right now, so I think I'm going to grab the Idol of Immunity. And the side that I get to upgrade after a boss is always going to be one of the most powerful sides in the game. So you want to roll that more regularly. So I probably want to put it onto a side, or onto a die, that's going to get triggered a lot. Let's throw this on here. See what I get. Alright. All really good options here. Increase all values on this die by 3. That's pretty nice. That would turn this into attack 9 5 times. Yikes. Copy the next die's effect. Remember, I can reorganize my dice too, so if one die is really powerful, I can then copy it. Increase points by 3x. Decrease by 1x at the start of every turn. If I'm going for points and I'm going for the leaderboard, this is a pretty nice one to grab. But let's go for this one. All right, and this concludes Chapter 1. I'm going to stop the video here. And let you experience the rest of Chapter 2 for yourself. There's currently only 2 chapters in the game. If you make it all the way to the end, then congratulations, you have currently beaten the game, but there is more coming. In the tournament that's going to be launching on February 23rd, there are 4 checkpoints in the game. Each checkpoint has its own dedicated prize pool. The further you go, the bigger the prize pool will be. So if you can make it all the way to the end, that's where the best opportunities lie. However, if you feel like you can't make it all the way to the end, it's better to stop, because if you're alive at the end of the season, you're in the running for a prize. However, if you die, no prize for you. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you come play. It's a stupidly fun and addictive game. Say goodbye to the rest of your life, I guess, because your life will become Don't Die. See you there.